welcome back to another episode of the that time of the month, or I don't know, because we didn't get the timing right, did we, Crunchy?
We did. We were late.
We were late. Oh God, I hate when we're late, or you're late.
But I do have a sneaking suspicion that this won't be the last one for 9 months, so
Thank
we're
God.
good. Yeah.
If you don't see us for 9 months, worry about us then. But so how you been doing, Crunchy?
I've actually been doing well, but it appears that this isn't so good of a time for anyone else, which is why our show's going to be short today.
Yeah. We're not playing a game. We're just going to do some stories and talk to one of our good friends. But do you want to kind of update people on, what's been going on with you this week? I know that you did a Diamond Club hangout. Did you have any other, we didn't talk about this in pre-show, so you just run with it.
The Diamond Club hangout was actually fairly boring. I got to see a lot of people, but this was the most boring visit to Ohio I've had.
Oh.
Can we introduce Felicia?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if we're ready to go that way, then let's do that. Hey, Felicia, how you doing?
Hey,
Thank
good.
you so much for coming back.
No problem.
I never thought I would ever see you again. I mean, I knew Crunchy would, because you guys are like lifelong friends.
I have fun. It's fun.
Good. Thank you. So, what have you been up to lately, Felicia?
Cat stuff.
What kind of cat stuff?
It's true.
I'm starting a project where I'm going to be trapping feral cats around the whole town that I live in, and then we spay and neuter them and give them rabies vaccines and then return them, because there's a lot of cats all over the place.
That's amazing. I love that.
Thanks.
I've always kind of joked about doing that, or just saying, because I've seen like people with their, particularly with their, I think it's worse when there are people that have like male cats and then they don't neuter them and they let them out, because sometimes people have female cats and are trying to make an effort to keep them indoors, which is dumb. Just get them spayed.
Right.
And then, so it's just, I don't know. But when you have absolutely no sense of responsibility with your animals.
It makes me mad. We've already had, outside of my apartment alone, we've had 5 kittens this year already.
Oh.
And I was looking around for a place that would do it in our town, and there wasn't, so I just decided to do one myself.
Yeah. Well, that's bravo.
Thanks.
So, Crunchy, we particularly wanted Felicia on because you guys recorded a somewhat interesting video. Before we started, why don't you guys talk about the background of this, when to set it up?
Yes. We recorded this 8 years ago. It got a lot more attention than I thought it would actually. If you look at the view count on that, because this is whatever, but it was 8 years ago, and I was trying to stay up late, and so we decided we were going to find the most random stuff in my house that we could and make a video out of it.
Okay. Felicia, any kind of pre-warning or anything that you want to say, add to it? Or?
It's weird, and we would always do stuff like this because we lived in an area where there was nothing to do, so you do weird shit like make videos that make no sense, as you will see.
Awesome. And I kind of want to warn our listeners that, obviously this was done when you guys were younger, and your audio recording isn't that best. So that's why we need you two here to translate and just walk us through this. So, you guys, I hope Felicia and Crunchy, I hope you're kind of familiar with it because you may not get the audio back. So if you're probably just familiar enough with it. So we're just going to go with it as it is. Okay? Go.
Dude, last night was so whack. Yeah, it was. What did you think? That was crazy. I saw some grandpa at the store. It reminds me. Do you remember remember that one time when I smacked her with that pumpkin? Oh my god, that was so funny.
Okay, all right. Before we move on, first of all, this is a very scary little shot there. So, did you guys tie up a rabbit? And was it like a what's the story with the rabbit? Was it a rabbit or
It's a unicorn.
Unicorn. Okay.
The story behind that is I had this really, like, my best friend all throughout high school was obsessed with unicorns, like, to an extreme point for I don't know what reason. But so for one of her birthdays, we all went together and bought her a giant, like, 5-foot unicorn. And then she left to go to boot camp for the military, and she gave everyone her stuffed unicorns. And since I was, like, her best friend, I get the giant one.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna just continue on here. We got Krunchy here with a pumpkin, and I don't know what that is sitting in.
That's me.
It's a wig, a Halloween mask, and
Just
a
hair.
bunny hat.
Okay. And then there's the pumpkin in the background.
Yeah. Sucks though, you know? Because she always sheds all over my house. I always have to, like, vacuum every day or else my mom's getting grounded. Which reminds me, one time the other day, I was vacuuming, okay? And I got sucked up into the sweeper.
This was very creative, I thought.
What happened? Well, I didn't know what to do, so I just had to go find somewhere to get out. I started walking, and I heard something. What is that? And I go around the corner, and there's these midgets, 2 of them, and they're playing DDR and singing some classic Kid Rock.
Okay, all right. So Felicia gets sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. I thought that was kind of very creative. And was that you, Krunchy, making the sound effects?
Yes.
Okay. And then we go back to the unicorn. Okay, and then right before we're supposed to talk about the 2 midgets that you've met, you keep coming back to the unicorn. What's going on with the unicorn?
And might I add that we are completely sober through this whole thing.
I didn't even
That's the
drink
worst
at the
part.
time. I didn't do anything. I was such an innocent little kid.
Nice.
Get out. What do you mean, how did I get out? Never mind. But that's almost as confusing as that time we found David Bowie in your closet.
David Bowie?
David Bowie? Yeah, I got laid that night.
Did you get laid by David Bowie? Wait, I don't get it.
Because I was like right after
You know those are 2 different people, right?
violated by big mammals.
All right, have you guys suffered enough through this, or
Now, I have a few interesting things to point out at this part.
okay?
For one, you can tell Katie, the one girl, you can tell that she has never smoked weed in her life in this video because she is holding the supposed joint like a cigarette. And 2, I also find it funny that we felt the need to make me, like, kneel and put my kind of, like, bent legs into midget form, just like Felicia, because she probably would have been the same height as me if I just stood up normal and she were doing that. I'm already actually a midget.
Oh my God! Yes, there is a third. Okay, I didn't even notice that there was a third person. Oh my God!
I know you kept calling her Felicia. I'm like, you know that's a different person, right?
Yeah, no.
I love that
Okay.
she's sitting somewhere right now and has no idea that this is being live streamed.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. It's just you guys so young and different. Like, I just can't. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Stupid.
Yeah. So, yep, that's about the end of it.
All right.
So good. Yeah.
What the hell? All right. Well, guys,
When did you get
thanks so much
here?
for going through that. That was something. That was something. I'm jealous actually that I never
Are you
did.
surprised that we never became famous actresses?
It's a miracle.
I had a friend in late high school, early college, and we worked together like at a shoe store or something. And she got a camcorder, and we shot a lot of video. But she would never give me a copy of it, and like I don't even really know where she is today. And like I think about some of that stuff, I'm like, damn it. And I don't know. It's just been really nice to have some of that like stuff. But so I'm jealous that you guys got that, and you're still talking.
I think she's pretty cool still.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So,
Yay.
awesome. All right.
So, now, do you want to go into what I've been up to lately? Because, I mean, this could... My birthday
sure.
present?
Yes.
I received a very interesting birthday present.
Go
I
for
just wanted to make sure Felicia was established before this.
Oh, I get you.
Yes. So, the past weekend was... Well, the 14th was my birthday. And, about 2 days after that, I received a very interesting birthday present. I got the notice that I had a package in the office, and I'm like, I didn't order anything. I already got I got my present from Felicia in that she told me it would be late, and I got the present from my mom. I don't know who would have sent me a birthday present, but that's probably what it is. So I go to the office to pick it up, and the guy hands me this box. And all I could do was stare at it. And then he got confused because I was so confused.
What the?
And then this is the other side. The formula to happiness. And
What the hell?
so I look at it and I open it. It's a bottle of, or a can of free formula mix, whatever the hell you call that. And these stickers, one for each month where you write your favorite happy moment for each month.
What the? Crunchy, what's going on?
That's what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking. So I texted a picture to Felicia and I'm like, did you send me this? Because...
Yeah, like it's a joke or something, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like it has to be a joke. So I sent it to Felicia because the other thing that really confuses me is like the first people I think of that might have sent it to me is this audience. But it doesn't say Crunchy. It has my real birth certificate name. My first and last name are spelled correctly, which narrows it down to me and family and like Felicia. So she's like, no, I didn't do that. So then I'm like super, super confused. And I'm wondering for days, like why this would have happened. And it's boggling my mind. And then I tell people at work about it. And the girl that works during the day says that her sister got the exact same thing. Now, keep in mind, her sister is also one of the other biggest baby haters I know. So apparently, Gerber is just sending out mass free shit to all these baby haters, thinking maybe like our logic will be like, oh, I have formula. I don't want to waste it. I should just pop out a baby. But since that does kind of ruin the suspense of the story, I decided I needed to knock it up a notch again. So the other thing that I've been doing recently that I've been keeping you all on track of is not buying food and just getting food wherever I can get it. So fuck it. For like the next week, I'm going to be eating baby formula.
That is the weirdest fucking thing.
Ooh.
I mean, well,
I'll
yeah.
keep you guys updated. Video and all that shit, I'll keep you updated.
Actually, eating the baby food, I'm sorry, that would be the weirdest fucking thing. But it's the weirdest fucking thing that was sent to you. That is...
I know.
That is so... God. Way to make somebody who has already committed themselves to a lifelong... their life of never having kids. You know?
Yeah, but nobody sent her 12 stickers before, so the whole game's changed, for sure.
I already have the conspiracy theory going on that it's like not legal to not have kids, and this is not helping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Like for me, I get crap. Like we've said before on the show when we talked about it, I get crap all the time. Like particularly like in the work environment, you know, people kind of shocked, and you know, like as the years go by, they start. They're shock, and they're sort of like, oh, you wait, you'll change your mind, kind of attitude turns
Everyone,
to
yeah.
like pity, you know, and I can
Yes.
tell that they pity me. And then also I can tell that they're when they're talking about their children, they kind of stop talking about their children when I come around, because like I guess they feel like they don't want me to. I want to hear their kids' stories. I actually, unlike Crunchy, I actually kind of like kids. I just don't want any. And now I've kind of like, whatever. I'm not even gonna, but yeah, so, yeah, I just didn't want them. And like, so yeah, yeah.
Well, speaking as a parent, I think it's BS when parents say to non-parents, oh, you'll change your mind, or try to give you a bunch of reasons why you should have kids. Like, everybody should just do what they want to do and not worry about what everyone else is doing.
She knows me. She knows that I
Thank
won't
you.
change my mind.
Yeah.
So, been over how I can't make decisions, and this is a decision that is done fucking made. Like, it's not going to change.
Is that a true statement, Felicia? Do you know her well enough to, would you say yeah?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She would definitely never have a kid.
Interesting. Awesome.
Like, people have told me before that she would change her mind, and I get annoyed. I'm like, no, she won't.
Yep. So, you know, it's not for everybody. You know, and like recently my brother got married, and he's having a kid, and like with his new fiance, and I guess they're gonna have a baby in September, and like that's pressure enough. Like and the funny messed up thing is, and God, I hope they never find this and watch this because I'm gonna feel bad, but they asked me to throw the baby shower, and they also asked me to officiate their wedding. I don't know what was going on with them. I think that maybe they feel sorry for me that I'm, one, not married, have never been in a wedding. And so they were like, well, we'll let her officiate. I don't know. And then and now that they're having a baby, they're like, the baby shower thing. I'm like, I don't know. Do you understand that the last baby shower I went to was when like one of my friends in middle school was having a baby? You know, like one of those accidents. Like, I mean, I just don't, like, I know nothing about throwing baby showers, so, you know, I'm like, all right, you just tell me what you want, you know, like, I'll do anything for my brother, so that's fine, I'll do it, but, like, it's not something, I just hope that they don't think they're doing me a favor, or, and then they talked about, like, they live in Washington, D.C., and I often kind of work there, and I could be moving there at some point, and they're like, no, you should come live with us. And I'm like, what? So I could be that crazy aunt that, like, just takes care of the baby? Like, no. Like, that's why I didn't have, you know, so anyways, I'm sorry.
I feel like in my instance, people just know better than to ask. When my other really good friend this one, we're not as close. She has a lot of other friends, but like, my other friends that I've been friends with since Girl Scout camp when I was like 10, she got married and she had her little wedding shower thingy, whatever. And she actually sent me a card that specifically said, like, I know how you feel about relationships and weddings, so it means a lot that you came. And yeah, people know better.
Awesome. All right, well, anybody else have anything, and yeah, no, I don't. I was just going to say, do I? I'm asking myself a question. But no, but if we're kind of done wrapping that up, I guess we could, you know, talk about the real crazy people in the world. What do you think?
There was another thing?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
Go for it. I don't have the doc.
Okay. Okay. So we last episode we talked about pegging, and apparently because y'all are freaks, apparently I'm the only person who doesn't know what pegging is or didn't.
No, I didn't know until I read the article. But yeah.
Okay. Well, for some reason everyone else knew, which blows my mind. And then as I was like talking about this to someone else, I'm like, do you know what it is? They're like, oh, well, do you know what figging is? And that brought it to like a whole nother level because, okay, well, first of all, they wouldn't tell me. I'm like, no, what is it? And they're like, oh, we're not going to have this conversation. So I had to look it up because I'm curious.
So did Felicia know what pegging is?
Did I ask you about this, Felicia? That was
No,
the one
I
wasn't
don't know.
Okay, I didn't know if that was the one I talked to you about or not. Okay, so figging is when you take a ginger root and you peel it and then you carve it into like a cylindrical shape, and well, it would suck if you're a guy. If you're a guy, you put it into your rectum or your urethra.
What?
Or in normal people layman terms, you put it up your ass or into your pee hole. And if you're a girl, you put it into your vagina or directly onto the clit. And
Why?
what it does is it creates like a crazy burning sensation.
Ginger, yeah.
But at the same time, because of like the endorphins and everything released from the burning, after that you will be like fucking wide open and ready to go and super horny and like free flowing.
That does not sound worth it. Just saying. No thanks. Pass.
Pick up ginger.
And Jackie would not tell me her opinion on this when I explained it to her until the show. So I've been waiting all this time to get Jackie's opinion, and she was just going to try to skip it.
Oh, I did. Like I said, I didn't have the doc in front of me, but yeah, which is dumb, bad, Jackie, bad. No, I don't know. That sounds really bizarre, and I don't think it's a good idea to put anything up your anything. Honestly, I think you'd be better off. I think the woman is in a better situation because I think you can at least go pick up one of those summer.
You don't
Eves.
actually have to insert it.
Yeah, you can pick up a douche and
And that too.
But I guess you could do that with your anus. But your but in your how do you? I know. We needed a guy here. Someone with a penis to explain to us.
The sad part is that I'm actually really, really intrigued and curious about this, and I'll probably go try it by myself sometime.
Oh, God. Are you going to report back to us?
I mean, I'm not going to do like a video or anything like I will for the baby food.
Breaking report.
I mean, if
Krunchy tries out ginger in vagina.
We are not that close. I don't
I'll
want to
turn
see
really
that.
red, and I'll probably. I mean, if you want, I can report back. But like this, my perspective of it is like I'm a girl, and I don't know how being fat affects like how loose you are. But I mean, like when the first time I had to get a pap smear, the doctor left me like all spread eagle and told me she had to leave to go get child spreaders. And I'm a small person, and I don't think that this will be worse than like losing my virginity in terms of pain. Can I say that? Like, I mean, that's reasonable, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I mean, you can dice and slice the ginger up. You don't have to take a whole.
I mean, that's not the part that hurts, though.
Oh, just the pain of the burn from the.
Yeah. I mean, I can deal with physical pain a lot better than I can like other stuff. And that's not even pain. It's just a burning. That's just being uncomfortable. I don't think it'll be that bad, and I'm really curious.
Yeah. Well.
We'll report back.
I mean, hey, I'll try
I'll let
pretty
you
much
try it
anything
first.
once. So. Because the way I think that you gotta live your life, like because your life is gonna be over, and then you're gonna be like 85 years old and be like, I can't even reach my vagina anymore.
Why didn't I shove the ginger up my vagina?
Yeah, and that's pretty much my theory on life. I don't like living in my comfort zone. I like being uncomfortable. Otherwise, I get really, really bored.
Excellent.
So.
Well,
And then you'll have a new conversation starter. Have you ever been so bored that you shoved ginger up your vagina?
Do I need new conversation starters?
No.
I think I have plenty, honestly.
That's why you're a natural podcaster.
The sad thing about that is, taking this another direction, is people don't have reactions to that shit. There's like, oh, this girl's crazy. People want to talk about themselves. And I'm so terrible at conversation because I have nothing to ask anybody about their mundane, dull, boring lives. So all I can do is talk about myself, and they're like, okay. And then they're like, yep, so I had to change my light bulb this weekend. And Patrick is like, oh, it's so easy to make conversation. You just ask questions. What question is there to ask about that?
Did you shove it up your vagina?
Was it hard? Did you have to get a ladder? Did you
Show
already have a
title.
ladder? Or
Show
did you have to
title.
go
Did
find
you shove it
one?
up your vagina?
I have nothing.
Oh.
Thank you, Sergeant Muffin. See, Sergeant Muffin, he would be good at conversation. I don't think of these things, so I don't know.
Yeah. Sergeant Muffin's pretty good at that. Thank you, Sergeant Muffin. And what do you recommend as a listener that we shove up our vagina? You can go ahead and email us at thattimeofthemonthpodcast@gmail.com. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to shove anything up there. But that's actually a very good segue into our crazy bitch section. So, and Krunchy, I'll let you start out when we switch over. So let's see if Chris Rock showed up this week.
I told you that bitch crazy.
Yes! All right. Awesome. So, Krunchy, do you want to lead us into the art story that we have? For our fine culture that we represent in this podcast?
Oh, totally fine. Okay, so this week in Crazy Bitches, so this woman decided that she was going to make art out of fruit, but she said her reasoning behind this is because she finds it fascinating that all these fruits look like vaginas, which is her opinion on apparently looking like a vagina is that it has a slit down the middle, because I've never thought that when I looked at fruit, and I have a problem. So it shows a picture of like the mangoes, and like she's sticking her fingers in it, and there's all the little seeds popping out. When has your vagina ever done that? Whatever. Okay, so, exactly. So she also has like a dick dog coloring book, and it has pictures of dogs with dicks as noses, because apparently that's what snouts look like. And she says her motivation behind this is working towards equality and to challenge the cultural perception of women's sexuality. And I feel like that's so fucking stupid, because she's working towards equality, but then she says she's not surprised it gained notoriety because she worked so damn hard on it. Exact quote, so damn hard. When men work so damn hard, it's not eating fruit. Like, that's not hard work. You're crazy, and if you want to challenge the perceptions of women and sexuality, then it would be like this next lady, who is an 80-year-old woman that's pushing around a 4-foot fake dick in a shopping trolley, which is hilarious and adorable. Old women.
So I got that one to load. Yay! Yeah. So she's pushing this big dick around, and apparently, I guess what it is that she was having a party, and because somebody apparently this guy posted it somewhere. He got it off his dash cam, and he posted it somewhere, and the people were commenting on it, and someone said that they claimed to know her, and that she was setting up for a birthday party. So that does not look like a penis to me. What do you guys think?
I mean, I can tell it's a penis. That's for goddamn sure.
All right. I mean, maybe it explodes. I don't know.
What?
Like penises do. They explode, right? I know.
It's not exploding. Where are you getting the explosion?
I don't
It's
know.
confetti.
Yeah. All right.
There is no confetti. There should be, but there is none.
Well, there's another story. There's really not a whole lot to say about this, other than that it's just sad, but it relates to penises, since we moved from vaginas into penises. So let's make that we
should have went the opposite direction.
Yeah,
Penis goes into the vagina.
We need a new bumper that goes from penises to, vaginas. But, so apparently, there's a guy that got an implant, and he wanted to have his penis enlarged, and wait for that ad to go away. So this guy, He got a 10-pound penis. And so the penis is apparently, like, I guess you could see him sitting there. Oh my God. I guess he needs, like, genes made specially. But this is where it gets ridiculous. So, so, I mean, you know what? Good for him. And you can't criticize him, because, I mean, women get their, boobs enlarged all the time, and nobody thinks twice of that. They're like, that's perfectly fine. So I just...
But what he's gonna do with that, though?
Exactly. On that note, I know guys take pride in it. It's like their main thing, which I don't understand, because I know way more people, women and men, who have, like, seen it and then been like, oh, never mind, because it's too big rather than being too small.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, who wants to tear up their vagina putting that thing in there? You know what I mean? Like,
that's terrifying. I'm scared.
Like, isn't that kind of like one of the perks of never having a baby? Like, I don't know. No, actually,
I mean, not that I know anything about that, but I mean, like, I've heard, like,
actually, I think that's kind of a myth. Is that right, Felicia? You know about that? Like, it's just, because things kind of move back on their own.
You can plead the fifth, but I mean, like, I've heard people saying, like, after you have kids, like I know people that said they have to cross their legs when they sneeze because
I don't have any of that.
Okay, good.
Like, people always tell me that they can't laugh anymore because they pee their pants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's really weird.
Wouldn't that have to do with, like,
That might be like a multiple kids thing too. Like, I don't know.
and age even, because like
yeah.
even regardless if you have kids, it's also an age thing. Like,
Kegels are good.
You know what, Crunchy? I lost my ruler. Oh, wait, it's on the floor. So you guys talk amongst yourselves here. Like, oh, so wait, here. So
you literally spit beer. I mean, I managed to spit it back into the can, but it just happened.
So the guy's penis, this is a ruler, which is 12 inches, obviously. So he is 10 inches, so 10 here. And then he is 5.5 inches wide. So
No.
the width, here's the width, and then the height is about, so you can kind of see, no, this side down, yeah. Anyways, so half the ruler wide, basically.
And do you think that would be worse than ginger root?
Oh.
And can I just say, you compared it to babies, but babies hurt like shit, and normally they're not even 10 pounds. Like, that's a huge baby.
Oh my God, I didn't even think
I
of
don't
that.
want any of that. One very average sized dick was plenty for me. And I don't, oh my God, I don't, ow.
Well, you see, okay, so keep this in mind. I know how much men love blowjobs. Like, when you do that to yourself, you're signing that off. You're never going to get one. You're never going to get one. That's done. That part of your life is done. No more blowjob. But hopefully this comes back up real quick. But my favorite part of this story is this last photo of him. Okay, so we see him when he's out, and he says he's apparently like a very shy guy. But like he's at this kind of parade, parade. I don't know. Oh God, men's shoes must have. Shut up. Anyways, but look at him on the subway. He has to put his bag. He's putting his bag on his penis while he's on the subway.
That's what I do with my stomach. We don't want people to see that.
Yeah, that purse thing. You get that purse to hang in the right spot.
Oh yeah. That's why you need big purses. What's up with all these clutches? You need a big purse to cover your stomach.
Excellent. Well, we are kind of running a little long. We've got a few more stories to go into. Which one did you want to go into, Crunchy? We could talk about women who kill puppies. We could talk...
That one. That is the definition of crazy.
Okay.
I feel like it needs to be on this segment.
Yeah.
Also, running into that, I did want to apologize for being more desensitized to death than most people. And then their reactions on the show are, aww. And it's sad because, I mean, you can recognize the horribleness of something without that. There's something funny about everything. So I was going to try to quit doing this, but I feel like this has to be addressed because it is the definition of crazy in every aspect of crazy.
I'm so glad that you said that because, we had another story that we're just kind of going to skip over, but it was about a woman, I guess it was in Texas, who was a teacher, and she had her students take a cat intestines and use it as a jump rope. And there's actually a video of these kids jumping rope with the cat intestines.
I didn't even see the video.
No.
She was making them jump rope with it to show how long and tough they were,
as Felicia
which
hugs
is
the cat.
insane.
Don't.
Yeah, that was my reaction, and I work with intestines all the time, and that should be a normal person's reaction. But not encouraging it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so since you do work with the dead bodies, like you've got this code of ethics.
I do, not us two. I do.
Yeah, no, I meant you. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying since you work with a body, you've got a code of ethics that you follow. And this woman is a science teacher trying to teach kids. It was an anatomy class, and so she was trying to show them the length of the cat intestines. And she thought, no better way than let's jump rope, like. But that's totally disrespecting the body. And I think even if you're just dissecting a frog or a cat or a human, like Krunchy shouldn't you have some kind of...
Yes, I mean, I feel like there is people, okay, come on. This is, that's how I feel because, I mean, I don't eat meat. It's not because of animal rights, which contradicts one thing, and it's not because of health. It's because I think it's weird because I don't see the profound difference that other people seem to have between animals and humans. So eating dead bodies weirds me out, and I don't eat meat. So that being said, I feel like people think there is a difference, but at the same time, holy shit, that's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's a little image of the video of them jumping rope. Like, they're doing, like, double dutch, too. Like, it's just disgusting.
God.
And of course not, you would never do that with a human. Like, can you imagine how you would feel if you found out that somebody played jump rope with your fucking dead grandma's intestines or something?
Uncle Lucy. Aunt Lucy, I'm sorry.
Uncle Lucy.
Don't assume their gender identity.
Right.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I don't want to. I'm going to say something that'll offend someone.
Of course
but,
all right, so let you wanted to introduce the story about the crazy woman who wanted her husband to believe she was. Well,
yes. Okay. So this week in Alabama, a woman told her. I didn't look over this story good enough. She told her boyfriend or
husband.
Yeah. Okay. They were gonna break up. They were having problems, and she wanted him to move back in with her. So she told him she was pregnant. Because, that always works, but apparently in this case it did. And, she told him, and she doesn't want to seem like she's lying, so she continued just to pretend she was pregnant. And then a few months later, he came home, and she was covered in blood and bits and pieces of bodies and innards. And so she's like, I need help. So he called the doctors, he called 911, called the hospital, whatever. They got her in there, and they're like, sir, she was never pregnant, ever. And then he goes home, finds his new puppy in the trash can, cut open, because she murdered and cut open his puppy to fake a miscarriage.
Yeah, and I guess
God.
there's a photo of the puppies.
Look how cute it is. How could you do that?
Well, maybe
It's
that's
adorable.
not the right. There we go. There's the puppies. Yeah, I guess one of them was missing. So, okay. She's already married. It's not like, because my first thought was like, some women get so crazy about in their relationship that they like pretend that they're pregnant to kind of freak out the guy, and who knows, when they feel like it's like that is a thing that has happened in the history of humanity. But when you're already married, why would you fake it so much to that point that you felt you had...
Because at this point, she tried to say she was 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so...
Don't kill your puppies. Puppies are... I mean, wait till it's a dog. Dogs are annoying. Puppies are cute. Don't kill your puppies.
I mean, but at least she wasn't really pregnant, because if she's going to do that to a puppy...
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay.
Touche.
And she was arrested. I guess she's out on bond for like $7,000 or something. And so I'm thinking, keep her in jail. Keep her in jail for a long, long time. And make sure she gets a lot of psychological help if she ever goes back and interacts with the public. But no, there's something seriously wrong with her. I mean, that's like the whole thing about like
You think?
a sign of being someone who's going to become a serial killer is if they've abused animals
Yes.
when they're a child. But yeah, and he said that he was sick and disgusted when he came home and noticed that his puppy was missing. And he was like, I love that dog. I'm just so sick about it. He didn't say anything about loving his wife at that point. So, and I have a feeling that marriage is over.
Yeah, I mean, as an afterthought here, like I think that's one of the reasons that people are like, oh, you don't care about relationships, is because, well, my last boyfriend, which was seriously like 3.5 years ago or something, like I was really upset over, and I don't honestly know why, because he was a trophy boyfriend more than anything else. like he was nice and hot, and you're never gonna find that again. So I was upset because like you can't let that go. And which I found out later that he actually followed the same line as every other fucking person I've ever dated. But, I mean, like, when somebody does something horrible, in my case, it was fucking little kids, it's really hard to be upset over losing them.
Yeah.
Like, you can be upset over lost time, but being upset over the actual person is really hard. So...
That's interesting. I get upset. And then if I ever make a connection with someone, a really strong one, it's only happened to me maybe 3 times in my entire life. I definitely can't let it go. I just like there are days I just sit in my bathtub and I cry.
See, like, I've never had that.
See, mine was always a pride thing. Like, even if I wasn't upset that we weren't together, like, I would be annoyed if they dumped me. Like, I want to dump you.
Oh, you dumped me. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm better than that. You don't get to do that. That's mine. That's mine.
Oh my God, I admire you too so much. I'm always the one that gets dumped. And
Me too.
It's always like a place where I should have dumped them, but I didn't because I just let it go. And yeah, so anyways, whatever. No, that's actually,
No, I don't ask. This
Pancakes.
goes back. This is going back. I don't ask people about themselves enough. People get bored with me talking about myself after like 3 months every time. So yeah, no, I know. I'm used to getting dumped. Woe is me. Ugh.
well, that was
Me too, but in my imagination, I am a badass, so that's all that really matters.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, yeah, I don't know. I always wonder like why you don't want to be with me? What? Like I'm funny, right?
Exactly. They're the
Are
ones missing
funny.
out. That's the end all here. They're the ones missing out. We're awesome.
I hear you. So to wrap this up, because that was pretty sad. That was really depressing and freakish, and I don't know why, but there are just so many of these animal like abuse stories when it comes to these crazy. And I'm gonna call them a bitch because that's what they are, because they hurt an animal. They're the ones I will call that. But I like I said in the past, I'm feeling uncomfortable with our segment title. Because I don't like...
Yeah, because I mean, like that 80-year-old woman pushing around a fake penis
No, she's
probably
not.
didn't deserve to be called a bitch.
No.
That's actually kind of adorable.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I hope when I'm like her and I'm in that place, I'm pushing a penis around in a cart.
Yes.
I was at my daughter's graduation today, and one of the kids' grandmas approached me, and she was talking to me for like 45 minutes about like her sex life and like internet dating and stuff, and it was really funny, but I was uncomfortable too, and I couldn't think of a segue out.
Oh, those are the best ones. This show, this time and the last time that I've actually cried out of sheer awkwardness have been from this show. And like, this is what I live for. I love awkward because I get bored otherwise. But no, that's awesome. And also, you caught me really off guard when you said your daughter's graduation.
Oh, preschool graduation. I'm not that old.
Okay.
No, true. Well, so the last one will end kind of on a funny or lighter note. Speaking of women who, a puppy, this one loved a puppy, but the puppy happened to be
Ew.
her fiance. So, actually, there's that.
That's a good one. She has him on a leash. Aww.
And this is the best. This is the best. This just the only reason we're doing this story is because of this photo. The photo of this man sitting like a dog on the couch, and apparently, I guess Krunchy said, I obviously I must not have read the story closely. I guess
No, that's the problem is I don't think I read the story closely enough.
Okay.
Because I assumed you would probably be the one going over it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just.
My bad.
No. Well, see, you think I would do my job, but but okay. So it says here it was him having to make a choice between what he wanted to do or me, and it was a better choice for him. He's
No,
too
yeah,
different-
you're right, because it does say right below the picture, he decided dressing as a dog was what he wanted to do over getting married. So, yeah, you're right.
You know what? I would rather dress like a dog than get married.
Oh, yeah, have you guys ever seen that picture of me dressed like a dog?
What?
Oh, and you're a Dalmatian too, aren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh my
Just for
god.
the show, Crunchy?
Do
have to
you
put
want
this
me
in
to tweet
post?
it out? Do you want me to tweet it
Yes.
out from our Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, we were doing a school project, and I was the only one that would fit into the safety pup uniform, so I had to dress as a dog. I will tweet it out.
Awesome. Also, I have a photo of me winning a middle school Halloween contest dressed as a cat. So I'll find that and I'll send that out and say, wait, hold it until we have the show edited, because I'll have it real quick this time, because we don't have stuff to do. So we'll just
Right.
tweet it out with the notices about the show if you want. That'll work.
Yeah.
Mick says he would have wound up on a tight leash either way.
But
The thing that I have to point this out too, because like we had an episode. Oh my god, we should read the email. I'm glad we brought this up.
Oh, yes.
We have been talking about online dating in some of the episodes.
Yes.
And I was like, I mean, I can make an online dating profile if it's for the show, so I can read back the results. And Jackie's like, or we could make it a game and have the audience help you make an online dating profile. And in my head, I'm just thinking that would be the punniest online dating profile on the planet if the audience made it up.
The what? The punniest?
Punniest.
Oh.
Have you seen our audience? It would be so punny.
I agree. No, I like that. And yeah, so for everybody else, Crunchy and I occasionally, like, we meet at least at some point between the weeks, and we talk about possible games and coming up with games, and like that's something we're kind of working on. Is I like that idea, because since we're both single, we could both set up like an online dating thing and have people set it up, and then just kind of have a little report.
I mean, just because you set it up doesn't mean you have to do anything of them. I mean, I'm only slightly single.
No,
if
actually,
not,
the fun isn't the fun part really just like okay, because I had like an OkCupid account when I worked in or I lived in Sacramento, and I knew absolutely nobody, and I've met a few people, and nothing ever serious ever happened. I went on like 2 dates, and then I almost dated a woman because they messed up my account. No, or that was eHarmony. And she was fun. She was fun to talk to, and I stayed friends with her. But there was another guy that like wanted me to be his like we would start talking. He sounded pretty cool, and then all of a sudden he said, "Okay, well, I demand that you show up at my house, and you will be my servant and my wife's servant, and you will report to my wife, and you will present yourself, and you will clean." And I was like, "Whoa, account closed."
Oh, that actually relates really well. Can I read this third email from
Go.
Kia?
Let's go ahead. Let's go into our feedback.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So if you guys don't know Kia is hilarious. From what I've talked to, she's hilarious. She's funny. Oh, she's great. So anyways, she sent us 3 online dating stories, and we've only been over 2 so far. We still have the third one. And this is it. It says, this is the most recent one. 3 weeks into talking to her, she wouldn't call me or meet up. She always came up with excuses to not meet up, just strictly text messages. She was way overly sexual. Like 10 minutes after a "how was your day," it was all about ass and titties. Which, me being very sexual, that's cool, but it still set off all kinds of alarms. I was committing as little as possible until she would open up and get more serious about it. She started getting annoyed with how little I wanted to play and how I would usually dismiss her advances. After getting mad and refusing to talk to her anymore because all it was about was trying to get something from me, she finally admitted she wasn't actually 24-year-old Sarah from Clarenville. She was a he. Ben from CBS, which I don't know if that's like a Canadian province. She's from Canada, or the television network. She was a he. Ben from CBS, who was 21 and just trying to hit on me through this poor girl's pictures.
That's amazing.
That's what online dating gets you. Don't do it. Seriously, that's stupid. Don't do it.
Yeah. No, like, I've met some of the greatest people I've ever met have come from the internet. Like, that's pretty much how I only ever meet people these days. But it's never I've never once met someone through an online dating service that has ever turned into anything more than, like, we hung out, it was awkward, and, you know, whatever.
That's very much what I try to... If you
in a
meet
public
people through, like...
place, and then I'm like, fuck you, you don't even know where I live, you're not going to know where I live, you know. But I have met some great people online, but it comes through, like, communities like, you know, this, like, I mean, not that I really haven't met anybody through Diamond Club, but I've been a part of other online communities, and you just get to know people, you know.
I mean, it's very much, I think, way better to meet people through natural circumstances because they already know, they know that you share similar interests or they know what you do with your life than it is to meet people through online dating and to be like, you're cute. Let's pretend we know each other now and go on dates. I want to buy you things even though I know nothing about you other than your looks. Yeah. Like, that's so fun. No,
I
that's
have
so
never
stupid.
done online dating, but I love hearing everybody else's stories about online dating.
Because it never goes well, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Funny.
You know what? It's funny. I was preparing for another show that I was going to be on yesterday, but they rescheduled, and it's from the Blazing Caribou Studios, and it's called Devil's Advocate, and we were going to argue who's better, men or women. So and during the show I was going to plug you, Krunchy, and say my co-host is cringing in her grave because I was going to have to take the side of why women are better than men, and like I couldn't stop thinking about you because you think men are better than women. And but one of the articles we had to read was about online dating, and apparently 70% of people who use online dating are men. And I kind of thought that would be women, but then I realized, no, it's because they're using things like Tinder or OkCupid where they just want to fuck.
Yeah?
Would you guys agree? Or, I mean,
yeah.
That's just...
Can we go over what did happen at this weekend? It was during the Diamond Club meetup that he texted me. But I literally go into the old store I used to work at to find my manager because I promised I would show him my penis tattoo. And I ended up talking to this guy from building materials so he could tell me my manager's schedule. And he's like, my manager doesn't have a cell phone. He used purely the work phone. That's all. So he's like, well, I can give him your number. So he said he was going to come back in later today, and I'll give it to you to call you. So I give him my number, and then he immediately starts like hitting on me right after I give him my number. And he's like saying all this stuff like, can I take you out to dinner? And we've already been over why I'm trying to find Terry because I'm in town from Texas. And so we've been over that. And then I show him my tattoo, which was a mistake because now that's the impression that he has on me as a woman. So I really like the dick or whatever. So then he's like, can I give you my phone number? And I'm like, you know I don't live here, right? Like, guys put so... I don't know if there's anything else too, guys. Then I don't know. I just, yeah, I mean, that was, but what I'm trying to say, that was clearly a hookup scenario, right? Like he made it clear that he was willing to take me out to dinner for a couple hours of one weekend, and he knows that's all it will be because that's not where I live. So yeah, I mean, people will go on online dating and sign up and talk to you. They will spend so much of their time talking to you if they think it'll end in sex. It's insane.
Yeah.
You didn't even get to the creepiest part.
Oh, the creepiest part is he texted me during the Diamond Club meetup to say, like, it was nice meeting you. Thanks for showing me your stamp. And it made my day. And, like, it annoyed me so much because even if there were any chance of me texting him from me giving him, or him giving me his number, there wouldn't be one anymore because I didn't give my number to him. I gave it to him, but for Terry. That number was not for him. And he couldn't even wait one day to text me. Fuck you.
Can you please tell them his name because that makes it so much better?
I don't. Oh, they don't even know where this store is, I guess.
Yeah,
His name is Rusty. I would like to say he looked rusty and he looked like he was too old for me, but it's not like I can say much in that aspect. So, okay. His name was Rusty and he was creepy. His name should have been Creepy. Okay, moving on.
My life and world has gotten so much better since I've been talking to you on a regular basis, Crunchy. I just have to say that.
You don't mind that I don't ask you questions about yourself?
Yeah, right. Exactly. And thank you, Serge. In chat, he said, the one thing online dating gives you is the removal of any need for a pretense. Everyone there is single and interested in starting something. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing, but
that's already not a pretense. From what I've learned from like living, if like you, because I need to talk to people when I drink, and I go out and drink alone a lot. If you want to start a conversation with somebody, you want pretense. Your pretense is hello. That's all you need.
Mech 2 says his game is a bit rusty.
I was expecting that. I was definitely expecting. Back to the puns.
bring in the puns. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
But no, even like that one time, like Brian and Justin were talking about, like, you want to be a bartender's best friend, make bets about the people coming in with them. So I did that one time because I am my bartender's best friend. They're my best friends, at least. So I would be like, okay, first letter of this person's middle name. And then you have to ask the person, obviously. That person will continue to keep a conversation with you. They will try really hard to keep a conversation with you just because you said hi.
Awesome.
It's great.
Yep.
That's your pretense.
Yeah. So excited that she sent in those that feedback too. By the way, and do you have her Twitter handle handy so we can kind of get people to follow her?
God. I mean, I'm sure I can find it real quick because
Okay.
I think she's great.
She is.
Wow, this is taking longer than I thought.
That's okay. Go. You can take your time. And yeah.
Oh God, it's hard to spell too. We might need to.
Oh, okay. Well, just, you know what? You're looking at the recorded video right here. It's down here in this little red spot. So follow her there, and she's absolutely amazing. Amazing and very funny. And again, big shout out and thanks for her stories. They've been very, very funny and very fitting and timing with our show too. So you guys got anything else you want to do? Oh, do you want to do picks, Crunchy, or?
I didn't. I was gonna ask you that during pre-show, and I kept forgetting.
Okay, yeah, that's
I don't
fine.
have one.
I had some vodka. I went to the liquor store today, and my guy there who knows I like vodka, which is really, it's really like we got to do a whole show on when you have to drive to different liquor stores so that they don't recognize that you were just there a couple days ago.
I was gonna say I've never had to drive to different liquor stores, but I know all about the liquor store people knowing who you are.
Oh, it's
that's
horrible.
for sure. Have some stories on
It
that.
is the worst feeling. It is the worst feeling in the world. And like I think that there should be just like a lesson that they all learn, that you don't like pretend to know what the person is coming in for. Like, oh, would you like a pint of Smirnoff 100 proof? Here you go. Like, no, I happen to be here for Captain Morgan, thank you. But this guy, this nice man who's decent and doesn't make me feel like crap, suggested Gray's Peak, and it is Meyer lemon flavored. And I was like, yeah. I don't really like flavored vodkas, but he's like, he gave me a little cup. Oh, I meant to have the cup handy because
I'm gonna just.
and he's like, just smell it, and it smells amazing, and it actually doesn't like taste like flavored vodka usually leaves like a very heavy sugary thing. So that would have been my one pick, but I already did the pick, so it's done. Felicia, do you have anything you want to like, anything out there that you want to just kind of, I mean, in addition to plugging your own stuff, but do you have a thing you would like to direct people and tell them about in the world?
Not really.
Spay your
I can't think of
cats.
anything.
The cat, well, the cat
Yeah,
thing.
spay and neuter your cats.
Is there a place they can go to find out about that? Like, how do people do that in their own, whether their local animal shelter or, I don't know.
Yeah.
what kind of
I mean, you can. A lot of animal shelters do that, but ours is a really shitty one. So
Yeah, I
I
think,
do have a Facebook for mine, but I don't remember what it is. Like, I don't know what the name of the
Sure.
actual page is.
so, because some of them, like, I guess they will only do it as the pets are adopted, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on your county because some of the county animal shelters do the TNR thing, so at its low cost.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So otherwise, where can people find you?
I am on Twitter at FifiFerocious13.
Awesome. And you are going to be a longtime reoccurring guest on this show, right?
Yay! Yes, of course.
Awesome. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if me and Felicia will be friends very much longer, so I don't know if that's true.
What? Why
I'm
not?
kidding.
Just finding
I'm
out about
kidding.
this.
I'm pretty sure like over half of my life I've been friends with her.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. Definitely.
pretty much.
And you're great. And also, by the way, just as a side note, that last episode you were on, I was like, we're gonna get you back as soon as we can, and because I felt so bad that we had technical issues, and it was so sad. I had to do a lot of editing because I was freaking out during the show, and you were just dropping all of these like laugh bombs like crazy. And when I went back to edit, I was laughing my ass off. But during the show, you could see me going, oh, huh, yeah.
She made a joke about Madonna's cone-shaped boobs, and I thought it was really funny, and everyone else is like,
Yeah,
guys,
It's okay,
come
I
on."
thought it was funny, so...
exactly. But I was like, oh god, do I have the website? What do I do next?
No, usually when I'm telling jokes, I'm the only one laughing at my jokes, so...
No, it was totally me, and I felt so bad. And when I went back to edit, I was like, "Oh my god, you knucklehead, Jackie! Like, you weren't even listening, like, to half the stuff that was." And maybe if I had been listening, I wouldn't have had the technical issues. But anyways, live and learn. Still in beta. Hashtag still in beta.
Yes.
And
I
shout
want
out
that
to
shirt.
Ritual.
Shout out to the Ritual Misery podcast. You can buy a shirt that says hashtag still in beta.
Oh my
and I want it
God.
really bad, but I'm poor.
Yeah, well, we're doing that, Krunchy. We're getting those shirts because and I didn't realize that it was something they started shout out to Ritual Misery. Go follow them on Twitter and catch them on Fridays, sometime like midnight Eastern, on Diamond Club TV. All right, and so finally, Krunchy, where can people find you? What do you got going on? You got the Crunch Files going, or?
Yes, I am at Krunchy89 on Twitter, Krunchy with a K. I have the Crunch Files going on. It hasn't been updated in a little bit because I really, really wanted to write about my mystery birthday present and my project that's coming out of it. And then there's going to be the video about the present and me eating it.
And
But it will be
ginger?
updated. What?
And the ginger, the frigging.
And that too. The figging. So I will update it with that stuff soon. Make sure to go to crunchfiles.weebly.com.
Awesome. I'm at Jackie Hearn81 on Twitter. Please follow me on YouTube. I'm about to really launch a ton of puppet videos that I've been banking for a while. And they're going to cover all different kinds of shows, not just Night Attack, but We Have Concerns and another podcast that I love dearly called the Doughboys Podcast. And but also follow us on iTunes. You can follow us on iTunes. Subscribe to us, please. Leave us a review. We would love that. And we would also love if we're now on Stitcher, so follow us on Stitcher as well and on YouTube. And just say something. Just say whatever. And you can put a Diamond Club sign on it, and then we'll know you're not serious, but you were just being nice. Do you have our voicemail and all that handy?
I think I have it memorized because I don't, but I think I got it.
Oh, give it a shot. What is our voicemail?
Whoa.
By the
Our
way,
voicemail is...
people are seeing it while you're saying. Go ahead.
Our voicemail is 609-848-8686. What? I got it.
That's
I got
amazing.
this shit.
I've got voicemails for other podcasts that I've been doing for like 3 years, and I don't know the numbers at all.
But that one's so easy.
It is
so easy.
And you can follow us on Twitter. Definitely follow us on Twitter, because otherwise how would you have known that we were going live today and not Wednesday? So at TTOTM pod. And send us your email at that time of the month podcast at gmail.com. I always ask you, Krunchy, when do we record? Oh, I do know when we record again. We record on June 8th because we're going to have the great Carrie Sims of the Blazing Caribou Studios on, and we're going to play a game, and you can follow her at Blink3 in Park on Twitter. So I think she's also setting up a jury contender game.
Oh, was that her?
Yeah, the con that they're going to do in Illinois. So check that out and come back next time. And we went an hour.
I know, right?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing this was a short show.
It's a quickie, guys. When you can consider 1 hour a quickie, like that, I think that's a good thing. Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with an hour.
definitely.
I'm usually good with an hour. Like, that's good. 45 minutes is perfect.
I disagree, but that's another story completely.
We'll save that for next time. All right, until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.